How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. The Lakers are off to a 5-2 record and building more and more chemistry every game, although one complaint that many Laker fans have had about the team is the lack of rim protection compared to their team last year. In this video, we'll go over multiple potential free agent rim protectors the team could target when they are eligible to add a 15th player to their team in mid-January or later. And while there has been debate over who they should target when they are financially eligible to add another player, I think the most popular answer for them is to add another center who can defend the rim and rebound, much like Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee did for them last year. However, I think there are also those who think the team should wait until players like Trevor Ariza or George Hill are potentially bought out of their contracts a little bit later in the year. There is definitely an argument to be made for both sides, as a potential buyout candidate like Trevor Ariza, George Hill, or Garrett Temple may bring more to the team overall, though if the Lakers don't eventually improve their rim protection and overall team defense, another rim protector may end up being the number one need left for the team. The good thing is that there are multiple players available who are capable of being rim protectors and rebounders. And adding that kind of player who can replicate what Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee did last year for them is probably what most Laker fans would like to see. While Marc Gasol hasn't really been that bad for the team on defense, he isn't what Laker fans are really used to. After having all of Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and Anthony Davis defending the rim for them last year, it's quite the change. However, I think it is noteworthy to point out that Marc is a good defender, but in a much different way than Howard or McGee. While he isn't the shot blocker they are, he is a good one-on-one post defender. And while again he isn't known for being a shot blocker, he has averaged over 1 block per game through the team's first 7 games while only playing a little over 19 minutes per game. And whether or not he's able to retain that average or increase it throughout the year is yet to be seen, but if we compare that to the averages of Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee with the team last year, in roughly the same number of minutes per game, it's actually fairly similar. I think we need to give the team a little more time to build chemistry before coming to a final judgment on their overall defense. But with all of that out of the way, we are still going to go over who I believe to be the best rim protecting free agents available right now, and we'll begin with looking at Mahimni. Now 34 years old, he is past his prime, however he can still protect the rim and rebound at a high level. In about 21 minutes per game last year, he averaged over 7 points a game, 5.7 rebounds per game, and 1.2 blocks per game. And what's most impressive about that is that it was actually the highest block average of his career. Much of that is due to him only ever playing above 20 minutes per game twice in any year of his career. However, it is still a good sign to show that he is a capable rim protector yet. And if that is really all the team is looking for in a free agent, then he might be their guy. If we look at per 36-minute average, he blocks about 1.5 shots per game in his career, while grabbing over 9 rebounds per game too. Those are good, reliable numbers for a backup center. However, he wouldn't be expected to do much of anything else. Mahimni has been in the league for so long because of his good rebounding and rim protecting ability, and he really shouldn't be expected to do anything more than that. In the last 2 years while playing in Washington, they attempted to turn him into a stretch 5 and had him attempt more 3-point shots per game, and well, that didn't really work out, as he didn't shoot over 20% in either year. Overall, he's a decent option for a backup rim protector. Moving on to the next player we'll look at, which is Henson. He is probably the best pure rim protector available if that is all we're prioritizing. He has a career block average of 1.4, while averaging under 20 minutes per game in his career. And while he did recently turn 30 years old, his ability to block shots won't be going away anytime soon. In 2019-2020, while only playing about 15 minutes per game, he averaged over a block a game, and although I've seen many people mention that they wouldn't want him because he is a bit skinny at only around 220 pounds, I think the number of shots he blocks really does speak for itself. His height is a measurement without his shoes on, and even if you think he is a bit undersized from his height, his crazy wingspan makes up for it. He actually has a very similar height and length measurement compared to Anthony Davis. And while like Mahimni, he isn't used a lot outside of protecting the paint and rebounding, Henson is more athletic. He is a good athlete for being a center and is a good lob threat and rim runner. He actually plays a lot like JaVale McGee in that regard, although he was working on developing a 3-point shot in the past couple of years. And in 2018-2019, he actually shot the ball really well from the 3-point line. He shot 35.5% while taking over 2 a game. However, that didn't translate over to 2019-2020, where he only shot 22.2% from the 3-point line. Overall, Henson could be a good player to add if they're looking to replicate what a guy like JaVale McGee brought to their team. He wouldn't be a bad option in my opinion. Finally, the last player we'll talk about is probably the most popular name being thrown around the past month, and that player is Dwayne Deadman. If you've been keeping up with my videos, it's probably starting to sound a bit redundant, but it wouldn't be a free agent video about big men without Dwayne Deadman. He is in my opinion the best option currently available. And while again they can't add anyone right now, in about 2 to 3 weeks they will be able to, and if they plan on adding a player right away when they're eligible to, I'm hoping it will be Dwayne Deadman. He's easily the best offensively gifted big man available yet, who can still also defend the rim and rebound at an adequate level. He's probably not as good of a rim protector as Henson or Mahimni, but he is still capable. And like I mentioned before, he is much better offensively than either of them. He had a down year in 2019-2020, which is the main reason why he is still available on the market, but he had been very good before that. In 2018-2019, he had the best year of his career, where he averaged nearly 11 points per game, over 7 rebounds per game, blocked over 1 shot per game, and shot 38.2% from the 3-point line. Those numbers are all very impressive and all are really ideal for today's NBA from a center. There aren't many true centers in the league who are even capable of putting up those kind of numbers in only 25 minutes per game while also shooting that well from the 3-point line. Again, yeah, he did have a very down year in 2019-2020, but that doesn't mean he can't regain his prior form. And on a good team like the Lakers, who would give him a lot of good opportunities, I think it would be a good situation for him. And even if he isn't able to get back to that elite 3-point shooting level as a big man, he is still a very good rebounder and capable rim protector, and that is really all they would need from their third center. He'd give them a good 5 to 10 minutes off the bench per game, while being good insurance in case of injury to AD, Gasol, or Montrezl Harrel. While there are far-fetched rumors going around right now hoping on Hassan Whiteside being bought out of his contract by the Kings, I'd personally take Dwayne Deadman over him instead of waiting on the slight possibility that he does get bought out. They both would give good rim protection and rebounding, even if Whiteside may give a little more, but the floor spacing that Dwayne Deadman could give would provide a lot more value to this Laker team in my opinion. And when looking at their team, you can tell how much they prioritize 3-point shooting and floor spacing to put around LeBron and AD. They know that is what it came down to in the playoffs anyway, where they couldn't even play Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee at times, so adding another backup big who can actually shoot the ball would likely be very important to them. Overall, if I had to choose anyone to pick up off of the current market, it would easily be Dwayne Deadman. Even if he doesn't play that much, he'll be good for injury insurance and is likely the best fit beside AD that is currently available. And Deadman is actually a true center, so it would allow AD to play a power forward with him on the floor, which he does prefer. But what do you guys think? Do you think that they need to add another rim protector, or would you like to see them wait to try to pick up a bio candidate like Trevor Ariza or George Hill who plays at a different position? Let me know what you think by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you to everyone who watched till the end of the video. I genuinely appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please remember to drop a like on the video and to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.